Hello, this is my presentation for Computer Science 106. It's a temperature sensor and an associated OLED. So this project uses a thermistor and then math to detect the temperature of the room. And then depending on the user's menu selection, which we'll go into, the OLED will display either the temperature, like numerically with a witty comment, or a pertinent image to the current temperature range, like whether it's warm out or cold. So here's the diagram for states. So first of all, we start at state 0 settings, and then the desired state starts at as number, and then the user can hold down the push button for less than a second to change it to image, and then back to number, and then to image. And then whenever the user holds down the push button for more than a second to escape the setting menu, it goes to the desired state, which is either the image display or just the temperature with a caption. Here's the board layout. You can see push button here. Oops, can't click on the push button or else it'll advance the presentation. Push button, Arduino, thermistor, and here's the OLED. I couldn't find any of like the exact versions, exactly what it looks like, but there's a good look at it. So here's the schematic. So first of all, this is just the OLED. It has the SDA, SCL. Those are the two inputs, and then ground and 5 volts to the VCC. So the thermistor setup is there's voltage stored to one side of the thermistor, and the other side goes to a 1 kilo ohm resistor that goes to ground, so that we detect the voltage, the potential at between the thermistor and the kilo ohm resistor, and depending on the temperature, that'll be different between 5 and 0. So we can find out what temperature it is. And then push button's pretty simple. If you push the push button down, it'll know. It knows. Okay, so for the code summary, I'm just gonna go straight to the code and talk you through it. So first of all, the project header. So this has just standard header file, bunch of libraries. I use this Adafruit library for the OLED because it had a lot more functions, like displaying a bitmap. So these are basically huge arrays with values to make a bitmap. So I have 3 bitmaps for whether it's cold, warm, or in between. And then, so you can see here, here's my main loop just starts right at the beginning. So we have 3 states, and then we have this like the selected mode that we want to go into. So we start where it has the settings menu. So it says settings and hold the push button to exit. And then you can just click the push button, hold it for less than a second to change the display mode. So here's where it decides whether like it'll start counting when you push it down. And if you hold it down for less than a second, it goes here and using this bitwise, or it changes the display mode. So 0 goes to 1, or 1 goes to 0, because these are enumerated lists. And then the other option is if you hold it for more than 1 second, to go back to the state diagram, it'll either go to the image displaying mode or the number displaying mode. So here's just some math for the calculating.
You've reached the maximum length for voice messages. Goodbye.